वेलकम फ्रेंड्स। क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि गांव में लाखों लोग काम करते हैं, फिर भी उत्पादन नहीं बढ़ता? और कैसे यही अतिरिक्त श्रम किसी देश को कृषि अर्थव्यवस्था से महान औद्योगिक शक्ति बना सकता है? आज हम इसको समझेंगे। लुइस का डुअल इकोनॉमी मॉडल और अनलिमिटेड सप्लाई ऑफ लेबर का रहस्य को जानेंगे, जो कि यूपीएससी, यूजीसी, नेट, इग्नू सभी परीक्षाओं के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। चलिए हम शुरू करते हैं इस वीडियो को। डुअल इकोनॉमी एंड स्ट्रक्चरल चेंज मॉडल, Lewis model of unlimited supplies of labor. The Lewis model, developed by Arthur Lewis in 1954, explains the process of economic development and structural change in developing nations. So this model is especially for developing nations. It is based on following assumptions. First is dual economy. Two sectors coexist. What are they? Traditional sector, that is agrarian or agriculture sector, and modern, that is industrial sector. Second is unlimited labor supply. Labor is abundant in the traditional sector, in agriculture sector. Labor mobility. Workers can move between sectors from agriculture to industry. Capitalist savings. Who saves in this model? Capitalists save and invest in modern sector. Modern sector is industrial sector. So model overview, traditional sector is characterized by lower productivity, subsistence farming, just to earn the living, and unlimited labor supply. And modern sector, that is industrial sector, is characterized by high productivity, industrial production, capitalist ownership. So stages of development are given. First stage is traditional sector dominance. Economy is primarily agricultural with surplus labor. Stage 2 is labor transfer. As capitalist sector expands, attracting labor from traditional sector, wages in both sectors equalize, are getting equal wages in traditional sector, that is agriculture sector, and industrial sector. Labor productivity increase in modern sector, that is industrial sector. Then comes stage third. Stage 2 is labor transfer. Stage first is traditional sector dominance. Second is labor transfer from one sector to another. Third is turning point. Labor supply in traditional sector becomes limited. People shift to modern sector. Wages rise in both sectors because in agriculture sector, supply of labor reduces, so wage rate in both sectors rise. Modern sector dominates the economy. Third stage. Now we come to fourth stage, that is the stage of maturity. Economy is fully industrialized. Labor is scarce now. Wages are high because all are employed. So key feature of the Lewis model is that infinite labor elasticity. Labor supply is perfectly elastic in traditional sector. Second is zero marginal productivity. Labor has zero marginal productivity in traditional sector. Rising wages. Wages rise as labor move from agriculture to modern sector. Then policy implication of this model is invest in education and training. Will increase, and if investment is done in education and training, the labor productivity will increase, which has become marginal productivity in traditional sector. We have seen that has become zero. Now, first is to invest in education and training. Second is encourage industrialization, promote modern sector growth. Third is improve agricultural productivity, so that traditional sectors efficiency will increase. This model is criticized because it has some limitations. First is simplification. Model simplifies complex development process. Second is it ignores institutional factors. Model neglects institutional and political factors. Third is limited empirical support. Model assumptions not always supported by empirical advantage. Evidence. No empirical evidence is there that such has happened in previous scenario also. Real world examples of this model is South Korea's economic development, rapid industrialization and labor transfer. Second is China's economic reform shift from planned to market oriented economy. So if you like the video, please share and subscribe and write more, then I will give more videos on such type of models.